this one.
Win this one?
Yeah. Yeah, what's the time bets?
I don't know if I'm win this one though, Newton.
Oh, but
I haven't played mad long.
listen,
You
dog.
want ball head nigga? Who called the ball head nigga out?
I don't know.
The ball head nigga out.
Oh, this I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to win my money. I'm gonna bet the same money I just won.
Yes.
Yo, Bucks. Yo, Bucks. How much you owe me, bro?
You said 100.
All right, so I'm gonna put that on my. All right, hear me out. No, hear me out. I'm gonna put it on my son door for me.
What happened?
I'm gonna put it on my son door.
Oh, what you saying? Double enough?
Yeah. Whoa. Oh, okay, so bet with him. You can bet with me. That's my son door.
Alright, so what we doing about that? I'm gonna just give you the 100. That's gonna be separate. I mean, separate joints.
I bet.
Okay, Nana, I'm back in. Or you can see me.
Don't put the fucking on your mic.
I can't hear no fucking game sound, bro.
So Nana, right? I'm talking to Nana.
Yo.
Let me fix my hair though, just in case someone else joins.
I can hear you.
Alright.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how to fight.
Okay.
I'm a order.
My son a Uda, but he gonna do something today.
I'm a order, but
Yo, who the fuck on this shit?
yeah, kinda.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to show you.
I got you. Oh, trust me, I know, I got it. You feel me?
I switched the camera. I can switch the
There's
cameras.
no someone up me out, they dying.
You gotta hold it.
Got a whole right click.
I can either be on this camera, right? You see that? Or I don't know if can you hear
What
me?
you say?
Yo, this nigga breathing dumb. He sleep? Oh, breathing? What are you talking about? That nigga see you breathing?
Yeah, no.
Okay, I was
You responded.
I hear it. He definitely sounds asleep.
Not Nana talking to the TV. I'm showing her how streaming work. How streaming work.
All right.
Oh
Yo, my man's up here falling asleep.
I crashed, bro. Tell him I crashed. Tell him I crashed.
Oh, his shit crashed.
Okay,
Oh,
Nana.
what the fuck?
Now that I know you can hear me, and now I know you can hear these
Who's shooting?
niggas, I'm gonna turn them down.
I don't know what just happened.
I just crashed from.
Okay.
Where you at?
So, I can be on this camera. I don't really like this camera. I gotta buy a new one.
Is it upstairs?
I got 3 views. Hey, what's up? What is going on? But back to my Nana. Or anybody else that doesn't know how stream works. I can use this camera.
I don't know where that nigga went.
Or I can use... Oh, hold on, I gotta get my mouse back. I'm looking up at my monitor, if that's what y'all wondering. And I can use my MacBook camera. Either or. It doesn't matter. Either way it go. But this is the one I'll be using while I'm in the game. And this next screen, okay, I'm about to test this out, matter of fact.
I don't know where. He said it came to the stairs. Yeah, he said he came down the stairs.
I'm about to test this out. I'm about to test out my new thing I did, Nana. So they got this thing where if I want to get off this right now and I want to go and eat something or go use the bathroom, I click on this, or I just click on the next button. Am I on mute? Okay, I am on mute. Hold on. Hello? Oh, shoot.
It's not space bar.
Cancel right when I come outside.
Are you serious?
Girl.
Why would they do that? Are you serious?
It only took me a minute to walk out the house. 30 seconds.
Oh, wait, so he canceled it when you were walking outside?
Yeah.
And well, at least he canceled it, because I'm like, yo.
Turned around. You hear the truck? Did you just hear the truck pass me? He just turned around. Yes, like, what the fuck? How you gonna get to somebody's house and then cancel the ride? That don't even make sense.
I forgot I was streaming. But, anyways.
That was like the weirdest Uber encounter I've ever had.
Come on back.
That's so freaking rude of him. Nana, you can hear me still? So this is this. I'm trying to do a little I'm doing the tutorial for Nana on how to work my stream. I got her watching it on YouTube.
6 minutes outside. I didn't even bring the keys.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You can spawn
You talking, Nana? You keep talking back to me. I know you can't see me, but you can hear me, right?
It's big dog. It's big dog.
You hear me? I said, yeah, but
I keep forgetting. But wait, what is it looking like?
I still hear you. It's like bears dancing.
Oh, but you can hear me?
Yeah.
Press X.
How do I turn that part off? So I'm about to show you what. So come here real quick. So with this, right?
Yeah.
So I go to the bathroom, whatever. I put this on. I just found something new, so I'm gonna try it. So
Yeah.
go watch it. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Nah, because every single time
Yeah,
I
I
square
heard
up,
you
bro, I
say
can't.
that. I said, yeah.
Cause I'm confusing myself, repeating myself, asking myself, is you listening? I'm like, yeah, she listening. She looking at the TV. Okay.
I just need to learn how to weed. That's it.
Jeez, I'm just confusing
Spacebar.
myself.
Spacebar.
Lord. All right, now.
I'm spamming it.
So we got this thing on here where if I click Safari, it pops up. Hold on. I need the OBS screen though. Yeah. So it is working. So I could go in here, right? And I could look up YouTube. And if I want to put on some Bob's Burgers trivia, let's say, while I'm gone,
He has to heal you.
He's gonna help us.
I could do a little 16-minute facts video or facts you should know.
Magic. Come.
Not full screen.
There's not a moment to lose. It'll be a long journey.
Hi, I'm Dan from Frederator, and we're counting down 107 facts on Bob's Burgers.
I want to see how this part works.
Number 1. The original character designs.
Oh, you know what? The way for me to do this is to move this on this screen and make this screen full screen here.
Bob's Burgers had, quote, big penis noses. But as we all know, it's not the size of the drawing, but the motion of the animation. Number 2. The show was originally intended to be about a cannibalistic family making burgers out of human flesh, but was rejected by Fox. Fox already had too many shows which featured cannibalism, including Cops and The O'Reilly Factor. Number 3. The concept of cannibalism led to the plot of the pilot, where health inspectors accused Bob's family of being cannibals. It was like The Simpsons meets Jeffrey Dahmer. Number 4. Intended to be about a cannibalistic family making burgers out of human flesh, but was rejected by Fox. Fox already had too many shows which featured cannibalism, including
Oh, it's gonna just keep replaying if I don't stop it now. Jeez Louise.
For a digital audio device.
Okay, guys, let's get this
Search on
back.
your accent. You gotta go listen. You gotta go to properties.
Properties or sounds?
Okay, so
After
I
you go
just
to
have to
voice
move this
sound, you gonna
screen
click
here.
on,
That was a brain fart of its own. That just made my head hurt so bad. And Jimmy just popped up on the top of my screen. Just scared the freak out of me.
Check the box and then you're gonna apply.
But we were gonna try this now. Cause I just lost my whole train of thought, and I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Okay, now I gotta come back. I gotta stop. Okay, now I'm back on the screen, back to this. To see how it will look. Now, I need this full screen here.
You know what your capture card is called?
I just figured it out. Y'all, I'm figuring out stream just like y'all are. Then I'm saying y'all because it could be more than just you watching. But this is how the stream will look. Oh, I can't move it.
And then,
can you see it moving?
This should be a box that see if it's checked or not.
Okay. Why it's so big like that?
So I got to go on that.
I love this screen. Like, it's just so beautiful. But okay. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's on it.
I don't know what I just did. Oh, but then.
In the opening credits, the sign on the building to the right of Bob's Restaurant changes each episode. The signs for the building in Season 1 in order are PFETA, Trot's All Natural Fertilizer, Rent Reduced Crime Scene Special, Methican Methadone Clinic, Synthesizers, 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 Extra Moist Yog, The Horse Renderer, Attempted Crepe French Cooking School, STD Be Gone, Free Clinic, Rocky Refuge Raccoon Sanctuary, Bass Drum Emporium, Magnum GI Colonoscopies, and Chris's Brisses. Number 5. The only female character in the Belcher family that is voiced by a woman is Louise Belcher. Tina and Linda are both voiced by men, but the gender swapping goes both ways. The male Pesto twins are voiced by Sarah and Laura Silverman, who, like their characters, are siblings. Number 6. In the pilot demo for the show, the character of Tina Belcher does not appear. Instead, the eldest Belcher child is a son named Dan. Although Dan's appearance is distinct from Tina's, the two characters are voiced identically by Dan Mintz. The story of the character switch was detailed in the documentary The Emasculation of Dan Mintz. Number 7. The cast records their dialogue together for each episode. Some of the cast live in New York City, while the rest live in Los Angeles, so they record over an ISDN line. Number 8. The daughters Tina and Louise are named for the actress Tina Louise, best known as the original Ginger Grant on Gilligan's Island. Number 9. Tina is the only Belcher so far to have her middle name revealed. It is Ruth. Number 10. Bob's friend Mort runs a funeral parlor and crematorium. Mort actually means death in French and various other languages. Number 11. The Belcher kids attend Wagstaff Middle School, which is named for Professor Quincy Adams Wagstaff, the character played by Groucho Marx in the movie Horse Feathers. Number 12. Continuing this nod to the Marx Brothers classic, Louise's nemesis Logan attends Huxley High School, which takes his name from Huxley University, over which Professor Wagstaff presided. Number 13. Bob appears in the first episode of Archer's 4th season, Fugue and Riff. Number 14. Coincidentally, Bob is voiced by H. John Benjamin, who also voices Archer's titular character, Archer, the Master from Venture Brothers, and a variety of characters from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Number 15. There is an actual Bob's Burgers restaurant in Westminster, California, on Beach Boulevard. Number 16. In the episode Snakes in a Village, it is revealed that the characters live in New Jersey. Number 17. Kevin Kline, who voices Bob's eccentric landlord, Calvin Fishoder, occasionally gets picked up from recording sessions by Meryl Streep. She's his friend and former co-star from the film Sophie's Choice. And Meryl Streep was in River Wild with Kevin Bacon. 2 moves, boom! Number 18. The most important aspect of the show is giving the Belchers, quote, small victories. Show creator Lauren Bouchard and writer-producer Jim Dotrieve say that the family's never going to travel into space, a la The Simpsons, because it's little things like catching a break on rent that make them relatable. incredible.
Ooh,
Number
man, I'm
19. In 15 to 20 years, Gene and Tina will be, quote,
I did not
struggling in a
mean
band.
this.
Creator Lauren Bouchard says. Kristen Shaw, the voice of Louise, thinks that her character will probably be, quote, in some kind of Jason Bourne situation. Number 20.
I'm not
Some
listening
episodes
to
have
you.
taken up to a year to produce from start to finish. Its creators are willing to sacrifice the kind of up-to-the-minute timeliness of a show like South Park in order to concentrate on small details. Number 21.
Full
Benjamin
time?
thinks that Bob's Burgers are actually only
Might be
mediocre.
good.
Bouchard, on the other hand, emphatically believes that they're really good. He's an artist, he says. Yeah, but are they better than Five Guys?
That's how
Number
they go.
22. According to Roberts, Linda's go-to karaoke song is Barbra Streisand's Evergreen. Shaw says Louise's is Welcome to the Jungle. Murphy says Teddy's is Bob Seger's Night Moves. And Benjamin says Bob's would be something by Neil Diamond, and offered a brief but pretty good rendition of America as an
I'm not
example.
touching it again.
Number 23. Bob's Burgers, John Roberts
I
delivered,
will
quote,
never move
fun
my laptop
false facts
from
at
my
Comic-Con.
burger.
Misinformation that confused many. Number 24.
I
Goat
keep
Tree's
forgetting
favorite
I'm
burger
streaming.
pun is, quote, the cauliflower is cumin from inside the house burger. Number 25. The inspiration for Tina's moan came from Bouchard's wanting,
be
quote,
forgetting.
the sound of not responding when 911 is saying, what is your emergency?
Tina, enough already, come on.
Number 26. Dan Mintz actually makes the same groaning sound as Tina when he's driving in his car. Number 27. Creator of Bob's Burgers, Lauren Bouchard, was a high school dropout. Let that be a lesson to all you aspiring animators. Math isn't necessary. Number 28. Bouchard's
Opinion on
first
my
series was
Gummy.
called Dr. Katz Professional Therapist, which ran for 6 seasons, from 1995 to 2000. And it's fantastic. Number 29. Dr. Katz Professional Therapist also featured H. John Benjamin as the voice of Ben Katz, one of the main characters, and son of Dr. Katz. I'm obsessed with that show. Number 30. Bob's Burgers won the Emmy for Outstanding Animated Program in 2013. Number 31. Bouchard's favorite burger day of the pun is, quote, the child molester, comes with candy. Number 32. A comic book series based on the show, published by Dynamite Entertainment, began in September 2014. A soundtrack album is planned for release on September 25th, 2015. Number 33. One creative fan, Cole Bowden, has been whipping up real-life versions of Bob's Burger of the Day for almost 2 years. He documents them on his blog, The Bob's Burgers Experiment. Number 34. After becoming aware of the aforementioned Bob's Burgers themed blog, Bouchard decided to team up with Bowden on a new cookbook. It's entitled The Bob's Burgers Burger Book. Let's just hope that they left out any of the original cannibal recipes. Number 35. Bouchard is married to a vegetarian, so he has yet to try any of the burger recipes on Bowden's blog. Number 36. After the script is complete, the actors do a couple of takes strictly following the script, but are then allowed to improvise lines in the following takes. The editor and director will ultimately decide which lines make the final cut. Number 37. Every episode features at least one daily special. We've mentioned a couple already. They usually involve some kind of play on words that have to do with the ingredients that come on the burger, but this wordplay is often too complex or obscure to really qualify as clever. Number 38. On January 6, 2011, some of the locations of the restaurant chain Fatburger were converted into Bob's Burgers for the day for promotional purposes. Number 39. John Roberts, the voice of Linda, stated that he often, during the partially improvised takes, attempts some jokes about Linda's period. They never make it into the final cut, which leaves him feeling, quote, really misogynistic and gross. Number 40. According to Lauren Bouchard, H. John Benjamin was a great friend of Philip Seymour Hoffman, whose kids were big fans of Bob's Burgers. They had vowed to have him on the show at some point, but before it could happen, the acclaimed actor passed away in 2014. Number 41. Dan Mintz wishes he had Tina's sexual confidence. Number 42. H. John Benjamin says that acting as Bob is a lot harder than Archer, which some may find odd because he doesn't change his natural speaking voice to do either character. Number 43. When Tina participated in the Ice Bucket Challenge, she nominated Paul Rudd, Chris Harrison, and Scott Van Slyke from the Los Angeles Dodgers baseball team. Quote, all of whom would look good in a wet, clingy t-shirt. Number 44. Paul Rudd is actually slated to appear in the next season of the show as Jericho, Tina's imaginary horse friend. Number 45. Louise may be interested in the goth subculture because her room is decorated with spooky plush toys, animal skulls, and Tim Burton paraphernalia. Number 46. Louise prefers Bob over Linda, and has since she was a baby. Number 47. Louise slaps people as a form of affection. Number 48. Louise is ambidextrous, but prefers her right hand. Number 49. Louise only poops once a week, but she makes it count. Number 50, Louise hates Canada. Number 51, Bob and Jean are both allergic to shellfish, which is odd considering they're both animation. Number 52, Jean has a phobia of snakes, but that's where the Indiana Jones parallels end. Number 53, Jean has been hiding a cat under his bed for at least 8 months. Number 54, Jean is a Sagittarius. Number 55, every day at 4:30 p.m., Bob has a business meeting in the bathroom. Number 56, Bob has a tattoo of a caricature of his own nose and mustache on his lower back. Wonder if the tattoo is shaped like the original penis noses. Number 57, Bob has hemophilia. Number 58, Bob potty trained the kids because Linda couldn't stand the smell. Number 59, Bob is bisexual. Number 60, Linda has a favorite toilet and it's at the Royal Oysters Hotel. Number 61, Linda wore braces growing up, but then she got rid of them, revealing the stunning beauty we all know and love today. Number 62, the voice John Roberts uses to play Linda is the same one he used when making fun of his mother as he grew up. His mother, Marge, serves as a source of inspiration for Linda and is Roberts' biggest fan. Number 63, Linda is nearsighted. Number 64, Devendorf's Bakery is Linda's favorite bakery, and she often goes there with Jean. Unfortunately, she ends up on the do not feed list for, quote, abusing the free samples. Number 65, Teddy appeared in every episode of season 2. Number 66, Teddy only has one testicle. Number 67, Teddy is allergic to peanuts. Number 68, Teddy didn't become fully potty trained until he was 14. Number 69, Gail can only fall in love with men she believes Linda is in love with. Number 70, Gail made up her own board game called Gale Force Wins that involves doing odd tasks all day. Number 71, she has a bedtime ritual in which she pretends she is the sole survivor of an apocalypse to help her sleep alone. That's just good advice for all of us. Thanks, Gail. Number 72, Mr. Fish Odor's name is a pun on fish odor. What? Number 73, Mr. Fish Odor's brother Felix took out his eye. Number 74, Linda's father, Al, has a fetish for balloons. Number 75, the principal secretary, Miss Schnurr, is a martial artist. Number 76, Bob's father, Big Bob, was first voiced by John Benjamin, but is later played by Bill Hader. Number 77, Louise is the last of the Belchers to have her name in an episode title. Number 78, Bob, Louise, and other characters have appeared in episodes of both Family Guy and The Simpsons. Bob appears in the Family Guy episode, The Simpsons Guy. Louise appears in the Family Guy episode, Boop-a-dee, Bop-a-dee, and a variety of characters appear in the credits of The Simpsons episode, Homerland. Number 79. Linda doesn't have a passport, but does own at least one pair of underwear that's over 30 years old. Number 80. Bob and Linda's anniversary is the same as the anniversary of creator Lauren Bouchard and his wife. Number 81. H. John Benjamin, the voice of Bob, also voiced a can of vegetables in Wet Hot American Summer. Number 82. In an interview at this year's Comic-Con, the cast and crew disclosed that in the 100th episode of the series, someone will get stuck to a toilet. Not exactly who shot JR, but television history nonetheless. Number 83! Dan Mintz hopes that Tina will hopefully find true love someday, somewhere. But, quote, probably not with Jimmy Jr. Number 84. Kristen Shaw says her favorite episode is the Jaws episode, The Deepening, because, quote, it was so much in the court of the animators to make that joke work. Number 85. In an interview, Eugene Merman stated that the cast often records and then, quote, has a big slumber party. He may have been kidding, but the cast does seem like a big family.
Why are you doing that?
Come on.
Number 86. The band Sleater-Kinney collaborated with Bob's Burgers for their single, A New Wave. The music video featured them performing for the Belcher children in Tina's room. Number 87. In a similar style to the Simpsons credit gags, the Bob's Burgers credits have changed over time. In the first season, they remained the same in every episode. In the second season, they began to feature gags and elements from the episodes. And now they've expanded far beyond the kitchen. Number 88. The show has never used a word that needed to be censored by the network. So no mother. Number 89. In Moody Foodie, Bob is startled when Mr. Fish Odor likens him to a tumor with hair and teeth. H. John Benjamin has the voice of just such a tumor on the animated comedy, Lucy, the Daughter of the Devil. Number 90. In Food Truckin', Tina mistakes Randy for Werner Herzog. Randy's voice actor, Paul F. Tompkins, is known for his Herzog impression. Number 91. In Eat, Spray, Linda, we learn that Linda has giant hands, just like H. John Benjamin's other animated love interest, Lana from Archer. Number 92. After fan theories that Bob didn't have ears ran amok, supervising director Bernard Derriman created a diagram to illustrate their location under his hair. Take that, ear conspiracy theorists. Number 93. Though the town's name is never officially stated, the actors refer to it as Seymour's Bay behind the scenes. The show's editor's name is Mark Seymour, and they all spend a whole lot of time in his editing bay. Number 94. Hawk and Chick is one of the only episodes where the writer and director worked with the casting director to pull someone from outside their usual group of guest actors. This was for the casting of Keisuke Huashi as Hawk. Number 95. Some of the writers have considered giving the Belchers a pet, but it was decided that it would be a little too much like, quote, outing a family member, which is never a good idea. Tyree Dillahay says that Bob's reasoning for this would probably be, nope, we're too broke. Can't do it. Sorry, kids. Number 96. Dan Feibel, the writer of the episode House Trap, claims that it's based on a true story. Number 97. Eat Spray Linda was initially supposed to be a Mother's Day story, but they were scared it wouldn't actually air on Mother's Day. Number 98. There's footage of John Roberts singing the song the hotel pianist sings about Linda, quote, doing her BM in the PM. Number 99. Tina's a member of Thunder Girls Troop 119. Number 100. In the episode Itty Bitty Ditty Committee, there were 2 different songs drafted for Gene to sing when he realizes his music dreams wouldn't happen, but neither made it to the final cut. Number 101. In that same episode, there were also many drafted versions of Linda's armpit hair. Number 102. The reason Bastard and Son of a Bitch are used so much in the show is because anything worse than that will be censored by the network. Number 103. One of the show's writers, Wendy Molyneux, voices Jen the babysitter. Number 104. Benjamin talking to his vegetables in falsetto has inspired the writers. They think maybe they should get Teddy to talk to his hammer next. Number 105. Actors Dan Mintz and John Roberts have both written episodes of the show. Number 106. Show writers had many different takes on a Bob's Burgers school election episode. In the first draft, Zeke was supposed to run against Tammy. Number 107. There's now a website for women inflates a balloon, sits on it, and pops it. All it does is play a video loop of the clip. Guys, thanks for watching the video. We have a lot of fun making these. If you like the video, don't forget to comment, subscribe, and check in every week for a new 107 Tuned Up episode where we cover all your favorite TV shows and movies. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget, Frederator loves you.
With Omen, you can be the always streaming, content creating, cosplay making, endlessly dreaming versions of you. Do it all with Omen.
The Belchers on Bob's Burgers may still be struggling to make ends meet. Get it? Meat. But Bob's Burgers the show is going strong, now entering its 7th season. That means we're due with 107 all new facts fresh off the grill. I'm Adrian, and here on Channel Frederator, we're covering everything from the hubbub around the 100th episode, to its history at the Emmys, to the cast's Comic-Con shenanigans. But no cilantro, because cilantro is terrible. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just wondering what all the fuss is about, we've got something for everyone as we count down 107 more facts you should know about Bob's Burgers. Let's get started. Fact number 1. By now you know that Bob's Burgers was originally a show about a family of cannibals. The inspiration for this came from creator Lauren Bouchard's previous show, Lucy, the Daughter of the Devil, since he was experimenting with a lot of comedic horror tropes. Number 2. Bouchard worried that without the cannibal angle, the show wouldn't be able to differentiate itself from other Simpsonian animated comedies, but its grounded scale and punny sense of humor has already done just that. Number 3. The cannibal gag was scrapped, in part because Bouchard realized that while a married couple arguing about their anniversary while carving up a dead body would be endearing at first, over time, they'd be making the same cannibal jokes over and over and over and over. Number 4. According to Bouchard, the recurring gag of the neighboring restaurant changing ownership is meant to show that maybe Bob's Burgers doesn't have the best real estate. Being lodged between that and a mortuary helps paint the restaurant as a day-to-day struggle that gives the show its numerous amount of characters. Number 5. It's not easy for the crew to do the recurring storefront and van gags, but as Simpsons fans, it's something they felt they had to commit to. Bouchard said that the Simpsons chalkboard gags feel like little gifts to the audience, and that's something they wanted to bring to their show too. Number 6. To come up with the Burgers of the Day gags, the episode writer or writing team needs to send a list of 10 puns to Bouchard, who then narrows it down to the ones that sound like they could be actual burgers and not just puns. Number 7. The in-universe explanation for the Burgers of the Day is to show that, as a small-town cook, Bob is truly committed to his business, and shows it by making a new special every day. Also, dad jokes. All the dad jokes. Number 8. Bouchard doesn't like to pick favorites, but he singled out the Holmes for the holidays and Is This Your Card as some of his favorite burgers for the classic puns, along with the one fish, two fish, red fish hamburger as a combo breaker. Number 9. What's Bouchard's personal burger of the day? It's pineapple. He's worried because burger purists will be mad about it though, so shh, keep it between us. Number 10. If you're craving more burgers of the day, you can always check out BehindBobsBurgers.com, the official blog of the writers, where they upload even more lovable, cringy, and topical puns. Number 11. In high school, Bouchard was in a band with show composer John Dylan Keith. He then quit because he was so completely unqualified to play. His words, not ours. The two of them later ended up working on Bob's Burgers together, which just goes to show that even if you think you're talentless, you can still make an acclaimed TV show. Number 12. Leading up to and including Bob's Burgers, Bouchard has a history of shows with non-cynical father figures. These include Dr. Katz, which he calls a love story between a father and a son, and Lucy, daughter of the devil, which he says paints the devil as a doting Cosby kind of dad. Number 13. Bob's Burgers has never had the same number of episodes per season twice. They had 13 episodes in season 1, 9 in season 2, 23 in 3, 22 in 4, 21 in 5, and 19 in 6. Number 14. Bouchard said that one of the advantages of writing for characters who are voiced by the opposite gender is that it helps them escape the typical tropes associated with being male or female, and forces the writers to be more creative. Number 15. Even though the characters have celebrated years of Christmas, Bouchard has confirmed that the show will always be in a floating timeline, since aging cartoon characters isn't fun. Number 16. According to the B2C infographic, based on the location and square footage, the restaurant property must cost about $4,000 per month. No wonder the Belchers are so poor. Number 17. H. John Benjamin's favorite burger of the day is We're Here, We're Gruyere, get used to it. Number 18. Benjamin has an official stance on the cilantro controversy. He's come out as pro-cilantro. It's very likely that Bob feels otherwise though, more on that later. Number 19. Bouchard based Bob off both his own father and some restaurant owners he knows in Boston. Crazy, since Bob is a dad and a restaurant owner. Talk about unlikely sources of inspiration. Number 20. Bouchard frequently compares Bob to Job, as in the Book of Job, since he's a well-intentioned guy who just can't seem to catch a break, minus the dead children and boils and all that. Number 21. Aside from Bob's Burgers, Benjamin's favorite burger joint is Shake Shack. He gets the Shack Burger. Come on, where's the pun in that? Number 22. Just as Louise's favorite parent is Bob, Bob's favorite kid is Louise, at least according to H. John Benjamin, as he considers her a solution-oriented self-starter, which he thinks would make Bob proud. Number 23. H. John Benjamin has another role on the show, Miss LeBons, the 4th grade teacher at Wagstaff School. Number 24. Benjamin's son is a big fan of Bob's Burgers and has watched all the episodes ad nauseum on Hulu. Number 25. According to Bouchard, there's intended to be a strong implication that Bob's mom is dead. Don't worry though, she's in the great burger joint in the sky. Number 26. Benjamin voices a character on Family Guy named Carl. In the episode Guy Robot, Carl does impressions of Archer and Bob during his stand-up routine, poking fun at how similar all their voices are. Number 27. John Roberts' favorite burger is the sharp cheddar-dressed man burger. Number 28. When John Roberts got nominated for an Emmy, he brought his mom as his date. Adorable, but when your career is built on making fun of your mother, you pretty much owe her that. Number 29. Lauren Bouchard first discovered John Roberts while he was performing his mom act at a now-closed comedy club called Comics. No audition required. Number 30. Every recording session, Roberts demands that the cast order a margarita pizza pie. According to Kristen Shaw, this has yet to happen. Number 31. Dan Mintz, who voices Tina, has named the Edward James Olive Most Burger as his favorite burgers of the day. Number 32. As we know from her Ice Bucket nomination, Tina is a fan of Paul Rudd. Rudd actually voiced her imaginary horse Jericho in the episode The Horse Riderer. Number 33. Incidentally, Jericho the horse was created by writer Nora Smith, who actually did have an imaginary horse named Oki when she was young. Bouchard thought it sounded like something straight out of Tina's playbook, so they adapted it into the show. Number 34. Dan Mintz had a bit of a fanboy moment when he first met Kristen Shaw in 2009, and was worried that he'd mess up his lines out of nervousness. He didn't, of course, because it's a voiceover. Number 35. Mintz loves the table reads, because it's the first first and only time that the jokes hit the cast the way they'll hit the audience. Also, they usually have a waffle truck. Number 36. All of Tina's love interests have had names beginning with the letter J. Jimmy, Josh, Jonas, Jeff, Jordan, with the exception of Nathan. Damn it, Nathan, we were onto something. Number 37. Like H. John Benjamin, Eugene Merman has declared his favorite burger of the day to be we're here, we're Gruyere, get used to it. Like father, like son. Number 38. So here's the TMI portion of the fact video. It's revealed in the episode Moody Foodie that Gene is not circumcised. So do what you will with that info. Number 39. Eugene Merman played a character in Aqua Teen Hunger Force called Dr. Eugene Merman, shocker, who was renamed Dr. Gene Belcher for the 2015 episode Hospice. Number 40. Merman also appeared in another Adult Swim show, Home Movies, which was created by Lauren Bouchard, voicing a character whose name was also Eugene. Talk about being typecasted. Number 41. Merman believes that Gene's actually a lot smarter than he lets on, and that he just chooses to be whimsical and naive. Number 42. Benjamin believes that Bob is probably disappointed in Gene, and doesn't think he's a good enough male heir to the Burger dynasty. So who's in line to take up the meaty mantle? Our money's on Louise. Number 43. Eugene Merman has appeared on Archer alongside H. John Benjamin in the two-parter Sea Taunt. He played a character named Eugene. Nah, just messing. He played Cecil Taunt. Number 44. Larry Murphy, John Roberts, and Kristen Shaw have all also guest starred on Archer too, because a family that acts together stays together. Number 45. Some of Kristen Shaw's favorite burgers of the day include the Sit and Spinach Burger and the Fig Lebowski Burger. Number 46. Louise's ears were inspired by a character in the anime Tekkon Kinkri, who wears a bear hat. Bouchard felt that having a human wearing an animal hat allowed them to be both a realistic human and a quirky cartoon character, a quality he applied to Louise. Number 47. Judging by the posters in her room, which parody shows like Hello Kitty and My Neighbor Totoro, Louise seems to be an anime fan. This would make sense, considering the origin of her hat. Number 48. Dan Mintz and Kristen Shaw have both appeared in Adventure Time as children of Jake the Dog, TV, and Jake Jr. Number 49. Kristen Shaw had a fangirl moment herself when Nathan Fielder came into voice, Nathan in the episode Beef Squatch. Number 50. According to H. John Benjamin, an actor's mood has a big impact in their improv tendencies. So if he or any of the other castmates are in a bad mood, it will reflect in the kind of improv they're doing. If Bob's typical demeanor is any indication of that, then Benjamin's gotta be at least 30% over it at all times. Number 51. Benjamin typically uses the phrase, get out, to escape from an improvised moment. So if you hear Bob say that in the show, there's a chance you've been listening to some freshly unwritten dialogue. Number 52. One of Lauren Bouchard's favorite improvised moments is between Gene and Bob in the second episode. Gene says that Narnia was written by Salman Rushdie. Bob disagrees, and Gene has to stand by it. It's exactly the strange kind of banter that Bouchard wishes he had written. Number 53. How does the show get such cool guest stars? According to Bouchard, they write the role with a specific person in mind, and then pursue that person afterward. So has anyone actually said no? Well, just wait and see. Number 54. When Sarah and Laura Silverman record lines for Ollie and Andy, they do so in the same booth, and actually do step all over each other's lines. That means that in post-production, they have to treat them as one performer, since their dialogue can't be separated or relayered later. Bouchard insists it's funnier that way. Number 55. Part of the reason movie star Kevin Kline agreed to voice Fish Odor on the show is because his kids are fans of Eugene Merman, and so the two of them had known each other. Bouchard had no idea that his involvement was a novelty until someone later pointed out that he was notorious for turning down roles. Number 56. On the flip side, they did get turned down by Tom Selleck, who they wrote for and who had zero interest in actually taking it. Number 57. Megan Mullally plays Gail, but she's appeared alongside her real-life husband Nick Offerman in Bob Fires the Kids as an in-show couple. Number 58. Gail is a fan of Quantum Leap and Scott Bakula. It's first mentioned in Turkey in a Can, and later comes to a head in the Gale Tales, when the kids all write about her love of Bakula. Unfortunately, Bakula does not voice himself. Number 59. The Reservoir Dogs scene in the season 2 episode Moody Foodie received a surprise guest when the production team discovered that Michael Madsen had inadvertently wandered into their building. They rushed out to catch him and asked if he wanted to be in the episode, but the Michael Madsen character role had already been filled. So instead, he agreed to voice a character in Tin Cup. And that's the story of how Michael Madsen ended up not voicing Michael Madsen. Number 60. While the possibility of a crossover with Archer isn't dead, there are some factors that make it harder, like Archer's dependence on pop culture jokes and its more mature sense of humor, both things that Bob's Burgers intentionally tries to stay away from. Number 61. Side note, for a show that claims to stay away from pop culture references, Bob's Burgers episode titles are filled with them. Just take a look at season 7, which is going to include episodes titled The Last Gingerbread House on the Left, Ex Machina, and The Grand Mama Pest Hotel. Number 62. Lauren Bouchard said that if he ever did retaliate against the Archer guys, it would be in a way that is far less fun for everyone involved. For instance, bearing the dialogue of an entire episode of Archer throughout a season of Bob's Burgers so that all the words are there to piece the Archer episode back together, like those videos of Obama singing pop songs. Number 63. Apparently Bouchard already did this once before. According to Eugene Merman, there's an entire episode of Bones buried throughout season 2 of the show. Number 64. The Wagstaff school colors are blue, white, and yellow. You know, like pretty much every other school out there. Number 65. In the very first episode, you see a restroom door in the back that doesn't appear in the other episode. Where did it go?
I don't know if you can hear me.
Oh. Number 66. A River Runs Through Bob was the first time the restaurant didn't appear at all during the episode, except for the intro and outro.
I'm about to go and turn off the stream now.
Number 67.
So,
that
on
episode
YouTube,
used to be
put your
titled
movie back
Sheesh,
on.
Camp Bob, which would have been a reference to the episode in season 1. Sheesh,
And good night to the
Bob,
rest of the viewers
which
that
itself
have
is a
watched this
reference to shish
stream,
kebab.
and to
That's
those who are coming
Inception
to
level
view and who have ended.
Number 68. In
And
My
who have
Big
ended
Fat
at the
Greek
end.
Bob,
Oh,
Dean Dixon
Jesus
is voiced by
Christ.
Jonathan
And those
Katz,
who have.
also voiced Dr. Katz in Lauren
Jeez,
Bouchard's first
love.
series,
I
Dr.
cannot
Katz,
get
Professional
right.
Therapist. Number 69.
And those
the German
who
title of Bob and
have
Deliver is Oh Bob, Mein Bob, a reference
stayed
to the Oh Captain,
and
My Captain
watched
sequence
the
in
end
Dead
of my
Poets Society.
stream. I
Number
highly
7.
appreciate
In the movie
you.
Ted 2, there appears to be
Please
someone
like,
wearing
comment,
Tina's magician
share,
costume
follow
from the
my
episode
Facebook,
Presto
my
Tino.
Twitter,
Ted was
my
created by Seth
Instagram,
MacFarlane, so it's possible he was sending
even
a
my
little love to
Twitch,
his
guys.
animated comedy brethren.
Same
Number
name,
71.
Cloud
The episode
Cloud
Easy Commercial,
Crazy
Easy
104.
Commercial was once
Get
titled
at me.
Super Bowel, which is about half as catchy and twice as gross.